Grand Rising, how are you guys doing? I hope that you guys are having a blessed Wednesday, morning, evening, afternoon, or Tuesday. Wherever you are located in the world, I pray that the Most High Yah is tangibly making His presence known in your life, and that He is protecting you, providing you, and leading you in all of your ways. And even if you're not at that place, that you are aware and have the faith to believe that Yah is still with you, no matter what the circumstances are in your life. I'm up at the crack of dawn, or before dawn actually, and just meditating and praying and talking to the Father. And there's just some things that's weighing on my rock, on my heart, that I want to share with you all, that I believe may be a blessing to some. And if it's not, it's out here. The word sown will not come back void. It will accomplish that which the Father has intended for it to accomplish. Because I believe that what the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Ghost, is sharing with me will bless you or bless somebody. Anywho, I was pondering and thinking about many years ago when I was in a truly what the church calls backslidden state. And I remember so keenly being aware of the presence of the Most High Yah in my life. And it was amazing to me because I wasn't going to church. I wasn't even really seeking after the face of the Most High Yah. It wasn't a hard press for me. I mean, I would still communicate with the Father. I would still pour out my heart before Him, because I always had this relationship with Him where I could talk to Him, and He will let His presence be known. He will speak to me in many different ways. Religious people tend to limit the way that the Father can speak to us. But once you break out of that mold and you realize and understand that the Father wants to talk to you, the Father wants you to know that He's with you, the Father loves you, no matter where you're at in life. Once you are aware, totally, intensely, powerfully, intimately aware of the fact that the Father loves you, there is nothing that a religious spirit, a religious demon, or anybody can do or say that will sever that. There's nothing that anybody can say. You just know. There is a knowing inside of you that you know that He's with you. And you know that He's speaking to you. And the Father is so amazing because He could speak to us, not just through choice prophets and choice apostles, not just by church attendance, not just by these religious systems that man has put in place. Yes, man has put religious systems in place to try to merchandise the voice of Yah, to try to manipulate and control the move of Yah. Hello, Ark of the Covenant. When they stole the Ark of the Covenant and they put it in the temple next to Dagon, that was man's attempt to try to control and manipulate the presence of Yah. And they're still doing it today. Once they realize there's an ark in their midst, they try to control that ark, because they know as long as the Ark of the Covenant is in their midst, if they could control and manipulate when and where and how it performs, the Ark of the Covenant performs the presence of Yah, As long as we can control when a sign and a wonder takes place, as long as we can control when a healing takes place, as long as we can control when a word goes forth, as long as we can control what is being taught, as long as we can religiousise, I just made up a new word, y'all, as long as we can religiouse it in our system, in our church, in our denomination, in our fellowship, in our group, then we know that we can profit, profit, off of the Ark of the Covenant, off of the presence of Yah. Yes, yes, yes. The main agenda of religious spirits is to make merchandise of the presence of Yah, to benefit off of it. So, this is the religion is man's attempt to control the presence of Yah. And as long as man feel like they could control when Yah shows up, when Yah heals, when Yah delivers, when Yah speaks a word, when Yah gives understanding and revelations, as long as they feel like they could control that, they feel powerful and they can merchandise off of it. And Yah is not pleased with it. He's never been pleased with it, y'all. Because there's so many people throughout history that have fallen for the lie that Yah does not hear them. That, there's a population of people that feel like Yah has forsaken them. There's a population of people that feel like or have the belief system that Yah can't speak to them personally, individually. And religion has done a masterful job of seizing control of the presence of Yah, of the voice of Yah. And it is a damnable, wicked, diabolical agenda from the enemy himself to make people believe that the Most High Yah is not speaking to them. And it could be for a myriad of reasons. Religion has all of these stipulations and these guidelines and all these rules and these protocols. The Father can't speak to you if A, B, C, D. The Father won't speak to you if you wear A, B, C, D. The Father is not communicating with you. He is not answering your prayers because... And then man makes up a rule and a regulation as to what they believe or what they want you to believe are the stipulations in which why the Father ain't speaking to you. Or you believe the Father is not speaking. Whereas he is speaking, you can't hear him. And I bring all of this up. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I bring all of this up because even in what the religious people call my backslidden state years ago, the Father always led me to his word. He always led me to his word. Now, yes, the written word is not the end all. How can I say this? It is not the only voice of Yah. Yah has many ways he speaks to his people. But the word is the sure word of prophecy. That's why I can't understand people that say, I can't hear from the Most High Yah. I can't get a word from the Most High Yah. I go to the most famous and popular prophets, but they walk right past me. Baby, there are hundreds of thousands of words in the Bible. It's a sure word of prophecy. That's a sure word of prophecy than a lot of prophecies that's going forth across a lot of pulpits and at a lot of altars today. You start where you at. In other words, I trust what's written more than what I hear. Not because I don't hear from the Father, because I do. But I understand that what is written will never contradict what is heard. In other words, if you hear anything from the Most High Yah, it will never contradict what's written. It will never contradict what is written. And so many people have this mindset, and that's because a lot of religious people pushing this, and even some spiritual people. If you don't hear an audible voice telling you this, that, the other, and the third, then you're not hearing from the Father. And what you're doing is you're damaging the faith of people who may not be as mature as you are, or who may not be as seasoned as you are, because now you're telling them that the word is not important. Now you're telling them the word is a lesser word of Yah. If you want to hear the more powerful word of Yah, then you have to cup your hands in your ears, cup your ears in your hands, and hear in the spirit. And what you fail to tell the people is that everything that's operating, the spirit realm is much like radio frequencies. There's a lot of frequencies out there. There's a lot of radio stations, a lot of spirit stations in the atmosphere. And some of those stations are plugged into the Ruach HaKodesh, and some of those stations are plugged into another spirit, another Ruach. And if you could be like, I'm going to open up my frequency so that I can hear the spirit, because this is what you're being told and taught is spiritual maturity, and this is supposed to be what gives you more power. But you fail to understand that everything that is floating out there, every radio station out there in the frequencies, in the airwaves, is not from the Most High Yah. The prince of the power of the air. I'll even dare say that most of what you're hearing, just in the spirit, in the rock, because we want to sound so mysterious and so deep, most of that is not from the Most High Yah. So the word, the written word, is the way that you test it. You test what you hear in the spirit, in the ruach, by what's written. And if it don't pass the litmus test of the written word of Yah, then it ain't from him. And that's the truth. And as you read the written word of Yah, as you read it, the Ruach HaKodesh will give you a witness in your Ruach, in your spirit, that this is him speaking through his word. The way that you learn the voice of Yah is by reading his word. Yes, it's important to spend time in the presence of Yah. It's important to pray. It's important to do all of that. Fast, whatever. All those spiritual exercises are good. But if you dismiss the word of Yah, you're tapping into other spirits. You're tapping into an ungodly radio station in the spirit. And radio stations play some stuff over and over and over and over again. And because it's something that you've gotten in the spirit per se, you're gonna think that you're so deep. I say you avoid error. You avoid being in error. You avoid a whole lot of traps by just going to the word. And the word, my love for the word of Yah, the written word, is what kept me all of those years when I didn't go to church. It kept me in contact with the Most High Yah. It kept me in communion with him. I felt close to him. I felt intimate with him as I read the word. And so we're doing a great disservice to people who may not hear an audible voice. And then they're under condemnation because they're like, but so and so and so and so says, and so and so and so and so teaches that if you don't hear with your ear, then the Father is not speaking to you. And if the Father is not speaking to you like He's speaking to me, then there's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you, dear hearts. There's nothing wrong with you. If you can't hear an audible voice flying in the atmosphere, it's probably the Father protecting you from error and deception. Get in your word. That Bible is a sure word of prophecy. And then, ask the Father as you're reading the word to illuminate you, to show you what He means. Say, Father, show me, what are you saying when you've written this? What do you mean when you wrote that? What do you mean? Reveal it to me. And He will, no matter where you are at. Huh? You do such a great disservice to people by lying to the people and telling them that they can't hear from the Father because they can't come up with some spooky word of knowledge or word of wisdom. You can't go wrong with reading the word. You can't go wrong. And I don't care where you are at in life. The Father will speak to you through His word. And He desires to save. He desires to heal. The Father desires to deliver. But it's according to your faith. Is your faith in your pastor? Is your faith in your church? Is your faith in your works? Or is your faith in the Most High Yah? Look at the Bible as almost as an autobiography. Look at the Bible not just as historical text, but as text that reveals the nature of the Most High Yah, the faithfulness of the Most High Yah. You want to read how faithful Yah is. You can't get that faithfulness of Yah revelation imparted into your spirit until you read about all the wonderful things that He's done for Yasharel in His Bible. You won't know that Father Yah is a healer, and that He's a deliverer, and that He is a provider, and He is an avenger, and He is, You won't know the characteristics and the nature of the Most High Yah until you get in that word and you see what the Father Yah will do for you. Because what He did for Yasharel, He'll do for you. Because we are Yasharel, believe. Yes, yes. We don't get to know Him, then we can't become what He said that we should be becoming, because the enemy and religious spirits have lied to people and told them so many untruths, so many lies. I hope and pray that you've grasped the hold of what I'm trying to say to you. You may not be hearing anything in the air from the voice of the Father, but I challenge you to crack open your word and fall in love with this word all over again. It will save your life. Sure word of prophecy. He's speaking through the Bible. Be blessed in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach.